The holidays are in full swing. It's the 21st. I haven't put anything up here, and I kind of want to capitalize on that, search engine optimization with some holiday trends. And plus, I guess they're okay. I'm a big Halloween fan. I didn't post anything during that time, but it is better. So, we're gonna talk about Christmas today for a little bit. The area around me is kind of all I've got for, you know, decoration. I don't really show my face here, so this is what I got. I got my little golem. They're all kind of just looking outside at skeletons because I didn't set this to peaceful. But yeah, I got my paintings up. They look good. I made a snowy area here in my house. It looks good. I like it. It took a bit longer than I thought it was going to. I ended up throwing this into creative and figuring it out. But that's where we're gonna be today, and hopefully that eases me editing, because a lot of what me posting is me cutting down footage, and even then when I speed it up, I don't want it to look bad. I still want it to look reasonable, but I'm gonna just kind of try to throw up more images and stuff like that today, and we'll see how that one works. Let me know in the comments below if you like it. Also, just like the video. It helps with the engagement, and I like seeing it. The holidays. I'm a big fan of the general vibe from Christmas, especially after Halloween. I feel like after spooky time, you gotta have cozy, fun time. I feel like Christmas really nails it in that regard. It's great. In the South here, it's not exactly my favorite anymore. I think if it was to snow, it'd be a lot better, but who knows what's gonna happen with us getting snow anymore. We keep getting these weird cold and heat waves all over the country. So I'd like for it to feel a little bit more festive, and I can't do that when there's palm trees outside. Listen, dude, I think it was last year or the year before, I was shopping. Not a big fan of doing that whole thing, but I was shopping and there was Christmas lights wrapped all the way around a palm tree. That felt wrong. I'm not a religious person in the slightest, but something about that, it went against my core beliefs as to what this holiday should be. And in the shopping. The shopping is, listen, I don't like it. I don't like it. I've tried to get better at this shopping for people thing. Something about it doesn't work for me. I know plenty of people that do all of it online, which, good for them. I can't do that. I need to be able to look at what I'm purchasing and then wrap it. Not that I'm any better at wrapping, but I'll go to the mall, I'll find things. I know it's going to be a little overpriced. That's just this season. It's fine. I'll do that. I'll go to whatever store in the mall there is, or I'll go to a second one. At least right now, where I'm located, there's more than one mall that I can go to. But doing that is miserable. I'm sure everyone can relate. I don't like the lines. I'm trying not to go grocery shopping right now. If I could wait until after the holiday season is over, that'd be great. It's almost like no matter where you are, you could be at a shoe store, you could be buying furniture, it's going to be crazy because everybody and their mother is out there purchasing something, regardless of whether or not they actually need it. I just want to buy my groceries in peace, but also Walmart is the epicenter for cheap gifts. Usually a Five Below nearby, which is, I depend on that one severely for any sort of stocking related issue I have. Wonderful store. I think gift wrapping could be a little bit easier. I've never taken a class. I know my in-laws have. I haven't. Whenever I do it, it's still just kind of make sure that all of the inside container bits aren't showing. You can't tell what it is. Even then, you got a little wiggle room when it comes to wrapping things with me. As long as it's just got some sort of paper covering it, I'm all game. But I've come into this new realm of being where I got these gift tags where it says the to and from. I never did that. I just used a Sharpie and just wrote on it whatever, or to whoever it was for, because that worked for me. Now I know that doesn't work for everyone. Everyone likes their Christmas done a little bit different. I never really got the whole doing bows thing. I think it looks pretty. Like that one scene in Elf where they got the whole store dressed up super festive-y. I like that. That's fun, but not for me, dude. I'm good with just some lights outside and a Christmas tree. I mean, as long as you're hitting those marks, I'm gonna have a fantastic time. I have not spent the holiday season around my family. I either married into or not married into family for such a long time that I haven't had to deal with like the holiday stress of cooking. I'm not very good at that part. If you want me to make something, I can make something, but it's gotta not be confined to a specific holiday. Otherwise, it's not gonna do great. I did make a killer turkey this year, but that's honestly the first time I've done that. I usually just do a whole chicken because it's usually just my wife and I. And I don't want to do a whole lot. I don't want to do a whole lot. It's stressful, dude. There's so much you got going on, and you don't need to be adding more to it. You just don't. So, if you can avoid cooking a lot of stuff, just do yourself like one dish, and have it work together with your family members or your friends or whatever you got going on. I think holidays spent with friends can be even better than with your family, or like your biological family. I don't know, it really just depends. It's just all stressful, dude. Especially when people start saying things they shouldn't be. It just makes you want to shake them, you know? And now, before we get into the stuff I do like without a doubt, 110% do like, I am going to ask you to go like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you got to do to boost the engagement. I would like to keep making these for you, and if I have a reason to, i.e. some fun numbers ticking upwards, I will do it. I am a sucker for attention, so go do that. Anyways, let's talk about cookies. I love them. Listen, I'm not a big sweets person, but we come around this time of year, and I'm all about it, dude. I'm all about it. There's a couple of things that I really like for cookies this time of year. You can't go wrong with a nice chocolate chip, a Santa favorite, but those Pillsbury like pull-apart ones, man, they're fucking good. Why'd they have to make them so good? They did ruin them a little bit when they got rid of the eggs, and I know it's because they, like, I don't know, people were eating them raw, and I was eating them raw. I can't condone that. Don't get yourself salmonella. But yeah, those are really good. Also, I think they're called like peanut butter blossoms. One with a little Hershey Kiss on the top, where it's like a peanut butter cookie. That's it right there. That's the pinnacle of the holiday season. There isn't much better than that. I think they're fantastic. Now, I don't always love the sugar cookies that have like the red and the green sprinkles on them. Those are okay, but like, you gotta have some of the more mid-tier cookies before you can get the truly good stuff, like the peanut butter blossom. You gotta have a couple of the gross store-bought ones that are mushy. And I mean, how could I forget the ham? The ham is one of the best parts of the actual dinner. I'm not gonna say that turkey is the worst, because you already know that it is. I don't love turkey. I just don't. I can't get into it. I made a good one this year. Still not gonna be a big fan of it. But if that's your thing, that's okay. But holiday ham, dude, holiday ham. That's where it's at. You need to get yourself a holiday ham. It works well with so many things. A little cranberry sauce or cranberry jelly. You know the ones that you like plop out of the can and it's still the same shape as the can? One of those. And some ham, a little bit of stuffing. And that's the great part about the Christmas dinner is it's not super heavy. Or sorry, Christmas Eve dinner. Because let me fill you in on my own plans here in a moment. Christmas dinner is usually banger, you know? I'm not gonna enjoy Thanksgiving dinner nearly as much as Christmas because I don't want to feel so full, and people usually don't go too crazy on the food for Christmas because it's, you got other stuff going on Christmas Eve. At least that's the way that we always did it. Now, growing up, what I would do is we would all as in my brothers and my mom and I, we would all go to our aunt's house, have our little dinner there, open some presents from whatever relatives with our cousins and whatnot. It'd be a good time. Nice little night, Christmas Eve. And right after you're done with your dinner and your presents, you head back to the house. You look up the Santa tracker if you're one of those families that do that. I don't remember it that well doing that, but you stay up all night eventually you fall asleep at like 1, 2 in the morning, and then you have Christmas Day where you open up your gifts. I'm a big fan of stocking stuffers. For us, it was usually candy. My wife is a little bit different with that, and she just uses like smaller gifts. But I don't know. I've always been a put candy in the sock kind of guy. So that's what we would do on Christmas, like Christmas Day, and it's a good time. It's a good time. Nowadays, what my wife and I do is, have our little Christmas Eve dinner. We usually open up like a gift for each other if we haven't opened up all the ones that we have given each other throughout the month leading up to it, because it's, I don't know. I can't wait. I want to give her stuff, so I give her things. If you get to a point where you're living on your own and you're living with somebody else, you're gonna do it. I know you will, because you can't stop yourself. Yeah, so then we'll have our little Christmas Eve dinner. This is our day now. Just a couple of days. I still haven't bought a ham. We'll do that Christmas Eve. Then Christmas Day, open our gifts from each other, like the rest of them, and then from our family. And then we just do whatever for the rest of the day. Have those little Pillsbury cinnamon rolls. Those are good. I was not remembering the name of them. It's a good day. It's an easy day. And then I am a big fan of not cooking that day because I do not want to. And you'll go get some Chinese food or something. Usually Chinese places are open. Why is my dog on my plant box? That's a little odd. And we had one 2 years ago. No, it was last year. No, yeah, it was last year. It was great. It was fantastic. Christmas food is ham, stuffing, a little bit of cookies, then the following day Chinese food. That is the goal. Now, if I said that anything up to this point was my favorite, don't listen to me. My true favorite thing is always going to be Christmas lights. I love them. There's something special about seeing the multicolored lights, or the solid blue, or the solid like yellow-white lights, in the fun little decorations throughout all of the towns and cities that I've been through. There's just something really nice about it. I wish that I had like more time here at this where we're living right now to put up actual decorations, so we just do a projector. But man, there's just something special about it. I remember as a child rolling around through all the different towns, and we just kind of drive slowly and look at all the lights. There's a couple cop-out houses that I'm gonna drop here. Any of the ones where you would have like a little candle light in the windows, boring. I would rather you do nothing. Boring. I don't even know if there's a reason for it, but yeah, those suck. But when I was growing up, there was a house not super far from where I lived, but they just had a ton of those Christmas decorations, the little small plastic one, no higher than like 2.5 feet tall, littered throughout their yard. So many of them. And like, they're not super high quality decorations by any means, but the sheer volume of them knocked it out of the park in terms of what I would enjoy. So I love that. My favorite, absolute favorite house is always going to be the ones that commit to the blue lights. There's something really special and wintry about those blue lights. I'm never gonna forget like how much I liked those as a little child. And even now as an adult, I get to see those blue light houses, and it gives me that childlike wonder, that Christmas vibe that I've been looking for. So if you're thinking about decorating your house next year, because we're a little too late for you to start doing it now, I would not do it now. We almost didn't put our tree up this year. Maybe do that next year. Commit to the bit. You gotta really commit to it. Otherwise, it doesn't look that great. I.e. my projector lights. Let me know what you think in the comments. What are your favorite things? What are your least favorite things? I will be responding.